Hello my dear friends, and welcome to my second channel, Languages with Kiki. Today I would like to talk about books, so I'm going to show you the books I'm reading right now, the ones I intend to finish during the Christmas break. I recently got this one as a gift for my birthday, and I'm quite happy about it because the old Kindle I had was very old and it was a bit slow, so I couldn't use it properly anymore. So right now I have this one and I'm going to show you what I'm reading on it. So if you don't know what to read and you need some ideas, you might have already seen this book in other videos of mine, since I've been reading them for a while. I'm halfway through this, almost done with this one, and I have to start this one. So I'm going to talk about them. And I would like to start with this beautiful Christmas card my Mickelous 123 sent me. And another Christmas card my lovely friend Carl sent me as well. And they're so special. I just love kittens, you know that. And I want to wish you all happy holidays, and I hope you're having a fantastic time. So let's begin. I want to start obviously with my favorite writer of all times, Jacqueline Wilson. You might know that I just love Jacqueline Wilson. I love everything about her. I always get her magazine. I read every book she writes, and I think I've read most of her books. There are some books I haven't read, and it's my choice not to read them because I don't want to read absolutely everything she has. I still want to feel, you know, the comfort of not having read something by her. So this is her latest book, Clover Moon. It's another Victorian novel, just like Hattie Feather, if you know that series of books. And I think Jacqueline Wilson especially loves to write about the Victorian era. I think she feels a very deep connection to it, and I totally relate to that because I love hearing about Victorian culture. I remember I once had to follow a Victorian literature course, and we needed to study also Victorian habits and the culture of that time. And I remember how incredibly amazing it was for me to listen to it and to listen to all the little details, you know, what they used to eat, what they used to wear, how they used to behave in public, and everything. So I think this is quite a special book by her. I also especially love the font of this book. It's big enough to be read easily, but it's not too big like most children's books. And if you see the cover, this is a hardback by the way, and it's a weird pleasure of mine. I just love hardbacks, and sometimes I get soft covers too. You might notice that this book is slightly bigger than normal books. This is a travel version of Peter Pan. It's very light in weight. Definitely very useful if you want to travel with it. Doesn't really occupy much space. And this is slightly heavier. It's also a hardback, as I said, and it is quite heavy, but I did travel with it with no problem. If you don't travel with many books, it's okay. And if you see the cover here, it's full of beautiful clovers, and this is so typical of Jacqueline Wilson. She always chooses a theme for her character, and it's quite amazing. And if you see the side, you'll see a small picture of clover and the beautiful title. I just love how special they feel, and the story is just amazing. You can see here a list of all her books. I know Jacqueline Wilson writes for children, but it's the type of book that even adults can enjoy. So if you want to read something comforting and nice, definitely read Jacqueline Wilson. You can find this on Amazon, by the way. I buy all of my books on Amazon or bookdepository.co.uk, and it's free delivery worldwide. Sorry. And I'm simultaneously reading another book, which is The Chemist, and I'm halfway through it. This is by Stephanie Meyer, the writer of Twilight and the Twilight series. Some of you might actually like Twilight, and some people do, some people don't. I personally like Stephanie Meyer because I see her as a person who's very fond of Emily Bronte and Wuthering Heights, and Wuthering Heights is my favorite novel of all times, along with Perfume by Patrick Susskind. And I think Stephanie Meyer tried to put a little bit of Wuthering Heights and a little bit of Jane Austen and you know, the old writers in her book, and she did it in a very peculiar way by talking about vampires. But I generally like the story and I love the series. I've read it many times, so I didn't expect such a book by Stephanie Meyer. This is a surprise because it's a thriller. It talks about, I don't want to do any spoilers, you know, but it talks about a chemist who used to work for the US government, and she is on the run because she doesn't want the villains to catch her, and the villains work for the US government, and she's going to meet different people, and it's going to be very interesting, let me say. It's a beautiful book. It's a thriller, it's full of mystery, it's full of details, and I could see how she really researched for this book, and she really did some research into chemistry and other fields. I feel like there is a huge work of research for this book. So you will understand what I mean when you read it. You can also find this on Book Depository or Amazon.co.uk or Amazon.com. Okay, then this I haven't started yet, but I plan on doing it on this Christmas break. This is a Penguin Classics edition, and this is the Centennial edition. It's already 100 years, wow. And I remember, you know, the cartoon by Disney, Peter Pan, but I've never read the book, actually. It's almost like Alice in Wonderland. I've never read the book, but I saw the cartoon, and I heard that that book is very esoteric, and it was considered, you know, as related to esotericism and hermeticism, so I've always wanted to read it, but I think I did it once and it was very confusing. But yeah, Peter Pan. I'm very curious, I don't know what to expect. From what I heard, this book is sort of like Jacqueline Wilson's books. You can enjoy them as an adult and you can enjoy them as a child, so let's see what I think of it. And the cover is so beautiful, it's very light in weight. This is definitely something you can bring with you when you walk or when you go to the park or if you're on a train, and the drawings are also quite nice, so yeah. And finally, on my Kindle I have many books, and most of them are really old and I use them for university or whatever, but right now I'm reading Doreen Virtue's Fairies 101. And if you don't know Doreen, she is a clairvoyant. She's a personal development guru, and I always follow her videos on YouTube. I have many of her oracle cards, and she believes in angels and always writes about angels. She writes about spirituality, self-development, motivation, positivity in general, positive thinking, and she also writes about fairies, and she does believe in fairies. I must admit I'm really skeptical. I am more open to the idea of elemental energies. I would call them elemental energies more than fairies, but she does believe in the actual fairies. And many people believe in angels and have angels all over their houses, but few people believe in fairies. And I just enjoy reading her books. She's really a nice, positive person. And I'm also following her fairyologist course, so I just love discovering more about the mythology and, you know, ancient beliefs. And she adds these beautiful images both to her course and her books. I just love this. And on Kindle you can basically bring all your favorite books with you whatever you are. And at first I was really skeptical because I thought, you know, this is not going to work. I'm too addicted to paper. I cannot live without paper. But then, you know, you get used to it and you do have the feeling of reading like you normally do, even though you don't have pages. It's not like a computer. You don't get tired, and the technology used is different. It's not like a smartphone or a tablet or a computer. It's way different, and I really enjoy it. It's nice to read. You can highlight things. You can look for words you don't know. Yeah, it's really beautiful, and I'm very happy about it. You can also get many books for free, mainly classicals. I got A Christmas Carol, and you always have offers, and they cost way less than other books, than regular books, obviously, and you get them instantly. So if you want to read something right away, you do not need to wait for it to get to your house. And let's face it, when you have too many books, it's really difficult to travel with them, to move. It's difficult to find a place inside your house. So I've tried to buy more Kindle books and occupy less space, and then it's also nice for the environment because you don't use as much paper. So it's something we should all do. Alright, I think it's all for today. These are the books I'm going to read on my Christmas break. If you are reading something during your Christmas break, please let me know what you're reading, because I would love to hear that. And thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and Merry Christmas. Have a fantastic New Year. Don't forget to pamper yourself and to do things that nurture your soul and things that just make you happy. Alright? Okay, take care. Bye bye. And before I forget, I'm also going to be reading this book since Clover Moon is almost finished. It's a Christmas cracker, and it is a collection of stories, I believe, by Jacqueline Wilson, and they're all about Tracy Beaker. Tracy Beaker is one of Jacqueline's most famous characters, and I just love her so much. And I also wanted to send out a message and wish a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to Jacqueline Wilson and to all of her fans, because she's been such a comforting presence in my life. I always read her new books, and I've read her books since I was 8 or 9, so she means a lot to me, and I'm so happy to have found her and to be able to enjoy the books in her own language. So yeah, have a very Merry Christmas, and don't forget to check this out. It's amazing. I got it on bookdepository.co.uk, and it's a really good website. Once again, free delivery worldwide. And this is not a collaboration or anything. It's just that I buy so many books from them that I thought you might be interested as well. So thank you so much for watching, and see you next time. Bye!